What is up guys, Energy Guy here, and today I am making a somewhat of a Q&A video. About a week ago I made a video asking you guys to send me questions and I would make a Q&A video, but I got one question and I will answer that question in a sec. But I only got one question, and so I went online and got kind of like a more of a gaming related Q&A type of thing. And so I just figured it'd be kind of fun to make this type of video so you guys kind of get to know a little bit more about me and what I like about games and what I might not like about games. And so yeah, I feel like this is going to be a really fun video, and I'll get to the first question.
So the question that I got was from Chochum Borgman. I probably just really butchered your name, I'm sorry, but he asked, what is your favorite video game?
Alright, my favorite games, some of my favorite games, are my favorite game, but I can't really have just one favorite game because there's many different games. But just games that come to my mind that I just love and they're just my favorite games. Last of Us is one of them. That game came out at a time in my life where I wasn't playing games at all. Like I was kind of like in that stage of like, oh, I don't like games, I'm kind of growing out of them type of thing. And then that game came out, and I remember I borrowed it from a friend because I didn't have money at the time to pick it up. And I played it, and it just like, I just feel like that game almost changed my life. I know it sounds cheesy. But it just really realized what video games could do with storytelling and everything, and I just think it's a perfect game, 10 out of 10, like honestly. Just everything about that game is amazing, and I also love the multiplayer. I thought the multiplayer was really fun. So yeah, Last of Us is definitely like my #1 favorite. But some other games I love, Uncharted 3, don't get me wrong, I love all the Uncharted games, but Uncharted 3 has always been my favorite. I just love the story on that one. The multiplayer is fun. So yeah, Uncharted 3, Super Mario 64. I have so much nostalgia over that game. That was like one of the first games that I've ever played in my life, and I just, that's another game that I feel like is just perfect. Just the design of the game, the way the game is played, all the different worlds that you go to, just a great game. What else? I love the skate games, like all the skate games. I hope EA makes another skate game. I really do. Those are really fun games. Some of the older Tony Hawk games like Underground 1 and 2 I enjoy a lot. Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2. I don't know why I didn't think of those games. Call of Duty Black Ops 1 was the very first game that I ever played online. Just a fun little fact about me. The first game I ever played online, and I just really enjoyed Black Ops. I feel like Black Ops is a very, very good first-person shooter, and so is Black Ops 2. I feel like they're really grounded first-person shooter games. So yeah, those are the games that come to my mind right now. There's many other ones. I love Far Cry 3. The first MotorStorm game I like a lot, for kind of like the racing genre. So yeah, those are just games that come to my mind right now, and thanks for asking that question. Alright, so the next question that I have here is, what was the first video game you've ever played? The one that I can remember playing, or at least to my memory, one of the first games I ever remember playing was Super Mario 64. Because my family, we had a Nintendo 64 in our house, and my sisters used to play it and whatnot, and you know, as I got older, I started to play it, and I used to just play that game non-stop. Like, I just love that game, and still to this day, like I mentioned earlier, I still think it's a great game. You know, nostalgia might have a little bit of play in there, but I deeply do think it's a great game. I just love Super Mario 64. So yeah, that's the first game that I've ever played. Next question I have here is, what is your favorite video game console? I feel like I don't really have a favorite per se. One that comes to my mind is Nintendo 64, of course. I just love the game library. You got classics like Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, GoldenEye, Star Wars Pod Racer, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, stuff like that. So many good games on the console, and so that's definitely up there in my opinion. Another one that comes to mind is definitely the original Xbox. I feel like the original Xbox had a good game library. Game Boy Advance, if we're kind of going into like handhelds now, definitely Game Boy Advance. So yeah, those are ones that come to my mind as like in terms of my favorite console, or consoles I should say. Next question that I have is, what are some of your favorite online multiplayer games that you're playing right now? Right now, I just got Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, so I've been playing that. They just released it, standalone by itself, so I picked that up, and I've been enjoying that quite a bit. I've been playing that. Besides that, I was really into Overwatch. I haven't played Overwatch in a while, but I was into Overwatch for a while, and definitely enjoyed that game. Great game. What else? I was playing Battlefield 1 here and there for a little bit, but I kind of stopped playing that. Yeah, honestly, really the only online multiplayer games that I've been playing have honestly been Modern Warfare Remastered and Overwatch. So yeah. Next question that I have is, what was the last video game console that you bought? The last game console that I bought was the Nintendo Switch. I got lucky and found one at a Toys R Us. And so yeah, if you guys, by the way, if you guys have a Nintendo Switch, you guys can add me. It's that nerdy guy. It's just, yeah, that nerdy guy YT for YouTube. I know you can't add by, I think you can maybe add by name, but I'll put my friend code in the description below if you guys want to add me on Switch. I have, really the only multiplayer game I have is Mario Kart, so yeah, but if you guys want to add me, I'll put my friend code down in the description below. So yeah, last console I bought, Nintendo Switch. Next question that I have is, who has the better exclusives? PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox? I'm actually gonna say in order which I think has the best exclusives. I might piss off some fanboys, but 1, PlayStation. Say whatever you want, but I just think PlayStation has good exclusives. I love Last of Us, Uncharted, God of War, Little Big Planet. I can name these off for days. I love the exclusives for PlayStation. 2, Nintendo, because I love Mario, Zelda, all of that stuff. Awesome. Then 3rd, Xbox. I mean, don't get me wrong, Xbox has Forza. Forza's great. I love those games. But just Xbox doesn't really do it for me personally. I'm not the biggest Halo fan. Not the biggest Gears of War fan. So personally, I just think Xbox is probably low when it comes to exclusives. So yeah, there's my opinion on that. Next question that I have here is, what is one game you'd love to see turn into a movie? I mean, we all know how video game movies turn out most of the time, but say if it's done right, I would definitely love to see a movie based off the game Far Cry 3. The reason why I'd love to see a movie based on Far Cry 3 is just because of the villain Voss. I just feel like if you had the right actor play him, it would be really interesting, and I would love to see that character portrayed in a movie. I feel like it'd be really cool. Last of Us, if it was done well and it was actually done good, Last of Us would be a really cool movie to see. But personally, I just don't think they should make movies based on games, because games and movies are two separate things. and stuff that you get with a game you can't really get in a movie, and stuff that you can get in a movie you can't really get in a game, or actually sometimes you can. So really, basically a lot of things in a game you can't get into a movie, so that's my opinion on that. So yeah guys, this concludes this Q&A video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And again, if you guys do have some questions you guys want to ask me, put down in the comments below. And never know, maybe in a month or two I'll make another Q&A video on all your guys' questions. So yeah, thanks for watching, and that nitty guy out.